Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. So today I'm going to be discussing and giving you my thoughts on the recently leaked images of the upcoming Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Deluxe Class Chromia and Shard. Now before we get into my thoughts and all the information that we have on these figures, please leave your thoughts on these figures in the comment section down below. Are they a pickup or a pass? I also do have a very brief warning or announcement. Since these are most likely early or stolen copies from the factory, they could be incomplete and not finished and mistransformed. So I'd say save your judgment until they're actually put up for pre-order and purchase on action figure sites like Big Bag Toy Store, Hasbro Pulse, Amazon, and of course so on. So don't really, I would say, have your final judgment now, because Hasbro can pretty much change whatever they want to before they post it online for being purchased. But let's now move on to the first figure. Starting off with the first figure, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Cyberverse Universe Deluxe Class Chromia. Now, as for the price and release date, most of the Transformers websites have said April for when it's going to come out, but of course that could be inaccurate because they haven't even posted it for pre-order yet, so we'll have to wait and see what release date Hasbro chooses. And since this is a deluxe class figure, most likely you would assume it's going to be $25, not including tax and shipping. So now for my thoughts on the figure. I'm actually kind of mixed because they actually chose the Animated Universe Deluxe Class Prowl mold for Chromia. We knew for a while now that Chromia was going to be a repaint retool of some sort. We didn't know what mold they were going to choose. Some people were saying the Prowl mold, some people were saying the Legacy RC mold, but they chose the Prowl one, which probably wasn't the best idea in my opinion. I honestly think they probably should have gone for the direction of the RC mold. I do know, of course, that mold is hugely and widely hated across the entire Transformers community. And in my opinion, it's just an okay mold. It's not good, it's not bad, it's kind of in the middle. I just don't think the Prowl mold really works for this character and its design. But as for accessories, it actually does appear to include those same shurikens that came with Prowl, just of course matching her color scheme, that kind of blue and red and sort of silver color scheme. I do hope, because of course again this could be incomplete, she might come with more accessories, we really don't know. I do hope she comes with her really cool kind of transparent blue shield. She actually used several times in the series, and I'm pretty sure she also had like a pistol, so that would be a good inclusion as well. To be honest, I think it would have been fine if they just completely scrapped the shurikens and just gave her those weapons instead. But if you're wondering about mold change, the only mold change that we know of so far, because there is very few images, it's the head sculpt. Everything else is pretty much the exact same as Prowl, just a brand new deco or coat of paint. And as for transformation, I assume it's the exact same as Prowl, so if you do own that figure, you pretty much know exactly what to expect there. As for her motorcycle alt mode, I think it's just okay. I just think overall this mold just works better for Prowl than this figure here, but it's a pretty cool looking bike. Let's now move on to the second figure. Now, as for the second figure, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Infernac Universe Deluxe Class Shard. Now, Shard is a continuation of a subline inside Legacy United of rock-like creatures from the Infernac universe. Now, as for the price and release date, since this is a deluxe class figure such as Chromia, it should be around $25, not including tax and shipping. And as for the release date, since this figure is also a part of Legacy United Wave 2, we should be getting Shard and Chromia pretty much around the exact same time. And as I said before, the month we have right now, according to multiple Transformers news sites, is April. We don't have a specific day in that month. We really just have the month of April. Of course, that date could change. It could be earlier or later. We'll really just have to see once they actually post these figures up for pre-order and purchase on Hasbro and all the main action figure retailers. But as for my thoughts on this figure, I have to say probably of the three Infernac Universe figures or rock-like creatures we have so far, this one might be my favorite, and it's actually a very different approach than the previous two, because those were much more darker colors. Those were like stone, rock, and magma and lava, so they really kind of twisted it. These are much brighter colors, and I've actually seen quite a few comments saying that it's really not like rock work or rock detailing with this figure. It's more like crystal and kind of gems, which is pretty interesting, but I actually quite like it. It's a very interesting mixture of colors. It's kind of like yellow, blue, blue and green, but it really works for me. So as for his accessories, it's actually kind of hard to tell how many he comes with, because if you actually do see the images that are up on your screen right now, I'm going to try and post as many as possible. It does appear whoever was taking these pictures actually has two copies, because there is a photo that I'm going to try and put on your screen where there's actually a copy of Shard in his robot and alt form. So he might have actually given some of the accessories from one copy to the other, so we're not really sure how many exact accessories he has, but he does come with several swords. Again, we're not really sure. We'll have to wait until we have some more images or the official release, but he does come with some swords that will most likely form the helicopter blades in his alt form. And it also does appear he does keep that same feature from the past Infernac Deluxe, where you can actually swap around a few of the rock pieces or crystal pieces to sort of customize them if you do want to get multiple figures. Maybe you want to create an entire, Infernac army and have some of the characters look different instead of course, a copy and paste of all of them, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I have to say the remote mode looks so good. Just probably my favorite Deluxe, maybe of this entire Legacy United line so far. But as for transformation, since this is a new mold, we really don't know how complex or intricate it's going to be, so we'll have to wait and see on that. We don't have any images of the box, so we don't even know how many steps it's going to be. But the helicopter mode actually looks really cool. I do have to say the Infernac figures have been a bit controversial, especially with the alt mode, because some people think it's kind of dumb to have a rock car, a rock motorcycle, and a rock helicopter. It really works for me. I think it looks so cool. I'm assuming most likely the blades can spin, and it would be pretty cool if you had some landing gear. I'm not really sure about that right now, but overall just a really solid looking Deluxe. But that's really all I have to say on these two figures. If we get any more information, if there's maybe a official release date put out by Hasbro, like when it's actually going to go live, maybe we have to get some more images of the figure on the box. I might do like a part 2 with some more information, but I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.